Make changes in your life before you are forced to make them. Hey there, Regina here with A Life's Essentials for Mind and Soul. Welcome to this video. Welcome to my channel, the channel where we talk about different aspects of spirituality, personal and spiritual growth and development. Today's video is coming from archives. This is one of the videos I recorded in the past, and like I'm explaining in the video, I had this idea of at some point to take a lesson from each day, life lesson, to think about, to focus on, to learn, to dig deeper in. And this is one of the videos that was as a result of that idea. And I hope you enjoy. Comment below if you have any comments or questions. Subscribe to my channel for any future videos, and let's get to watching the video. This is today's thought of the day. I had this idea that would be cool to find like a quote that resonates with me each day, different quote for each day, or a life lesson, maybe smaller, maybe bigger, depending on situation, that I can take from each day. Because I feel like we have these wise thoughts, ideas, wisdom coming to us every single day, and we might not necessarily notice it if we don't look for it, especially if it's not something huge and big. It's kind of like that saying, stop and smell the roses, like a simple thing, but we don't necessarily do that. We don't necessarily always remember do such simple thing as just to stop, be present, breathe in the air, enjoy that present moment, listen in that present moment, be still for a moment in that present moment. A simple thing, but we can easily get into a routine, in we can easily just be rushed with everything that's happening in a day, and we forget it. Yet it's such a powerful thing to do. And the same with some thoughts, ideas, wisdom. I believe that there is something, even just by what's happening during the day, or maybe what are the main thoughts that are circling our mind throughout the day, most likely related to what's happening in our lives. What is the main situation or situations that are happening in our lives? We most likely have thoughts circling around that. Maybe we have some challenging situation that we are working through. Maybe we are working on something for our spiritual growth, and we have thoughts, feelings circling our mind and having experience related to them, to that situation during the day, maybe once, maybe throughout the whole day. We might not notice it, but I believe there is some wisdom we can take from every single day. And because of that, I thought I would start to document these daily wisdoms from my experience and share. And today's thought, wisdom, idea is lesson to make changes in our lives that we can make. Maybe we've even thought of making those changes. Maybe we already know what changes we need to make, but we've put them off because, oh, there's no rush. Don't have to make them yet. I'll make them eventually. The inspirational thought was that is make changes, even just one step towards those changes, even the first step in those changes. Make these changes while we are still fully in control of making these changes. Because if we don't do that, then eventually, sooner or later, never fails to happen, something is going to happen from the outside that we'll have no control over, or very little control over, that is going to force us to make these changes. When that happens, we usually have, first, we have no choice. We have to make these changes. And second, we usually have less control, or maybe not even control whatsoever, to make the changes in the way we want them to, or we would have liked to make these changes. When something happens from the outside forcing us to make changes, then we are most likely pressured to make these changes now, and there is often time frame attached to it that we must have to make them by certain time, by certain day. And the whole situation of making changes becomes very strained, very restricted, time restricted and choice restricted, and we definitely, most certainly, not have as much control over the changes that we have already known we need to make, or have felt we need to make, or wanted to make but haven't made them. We don't have so much control over making these changes when we are forced to make them. I am pretty sure if you watching the video think review of experiences you've had in the past, you will find, most likely, maybe not every single person, but a lot of people, I believe, can find a situation, either in your own lives, or maybe your relatives, friends, maybe someone you know, where this has been true. If we don't make changes when we still can make them, when we still have full control on how we make them and how fast, how slow we go making these changes, sooner or later something's going to happen that's going to be from the outside, that's going to force us to make these changes, and it's going to be more challenging to make them then, more restricted. So that is the thought of today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.